All right, so there were people claiming that the loop method did not work in 2026. You can't make any money on YouTube AdSense. They're not going to monetize loop videos, 5 second videos. So I'm going to show you that that's a complete lie. It's dog crap. As you can see, this video right here, it is a 5 second screenshot. It's not even an actual talking video where you will have to like make it seem like it's about to loop and say the same thing again. I ain't feel like doing none of that BS. The algorithm is more simple than you guys think. You're making it's really not that difficult, right? All right. So this is a screenshot, right? So the first step was finding a topic that has an audience that's passionate. What is a topic large enough to even go viral in? Total addressable market. They call it TAM, right? So at the time, Jake Paul, or technically Van Damme, Jean-Claude Van Damme called out Jake Paul to fight because Jake Paul had just fought freaking Mike Tyson. He been trying to do all this extra publicity type crap, right? So Van Damme called him out, and everybody knows how old Van Damme is, but Van Damme is a legend, and Jake Paul, they've been calling him the legend killer, right? Anyway, so I knew that would be a controversial topic, right? So then I had timing. It was trending at the time. And then I had uniqueness. I went into the market with a different format. While everybody else was doing reaction videos, everybody else was doing documentaries on Jake Paul and all of that. I was like, you know what? I'll just do a screen share video. And guess how long it is? It is 5 seconds long. It is not a visual video. It's a screenshot, and I just recorded the screen and added some freaking music. So don't tell me. Tell all your YouTube gurus what you see over here. And then as you can see right here, it is 59% swipe rate. It's not 80%. They say that you can't go viral unless that's a 80% swipe through rate, right? That's crazy. And then you can see down here that it is an immediate drop off right here. But then it comes up and it's doing better. But it is a drop off and it still went decently viral. Okay. So this one has, let's go to the overview. 814,000 views, 121 subscribers, and it made 57 ducats. Okay. And also, they always tell you guys that hashtags don't count and hashtags don't work. But as you can see, using actual research and actual action, you'll see that we are getting a decent amount of traffic from hashtag pages. That only happens if you're using hashtags, by the way. Okay. So now, boom. So we like debunked a whole bunch of myths just with that one. Now, that's 5 seconds and it's a loopable video because they can't tell when it starts over because it's a freaking screenshot. Now, look at this one right here. Another 5 seconds. It is 5 seconds and it's on the same topic. That's another thing. We have this urge to hop from topic to topic to topic because we don't trust that the topic is viral enough. We don't trust it. So we'll do a video on one topic and then jump over and do a video on another topic and then cross your fingers and say, I hope this one does it. But that day, as you can see, I was like, you know what? I'm going to stay on this topic. I trust it. I have faith that Jake Paul is a big enough authority, and Jean-Claude Van Damme, we know damn well he's a big enough authority. So if you combine the two authority figures, it's going to get clicks, and it did. And as you can see over here, again, Sharks feed 66%, and then, ooh, what is that? That is the hashtag pages. So hashtags work with this one again. 119 subscribers, $65 from that. And let's check this out. Let's check out the engagement again. It got 11 seconds average view duration. Why? Because it's 5 seconds long and they couldn't tell. So it had to at least get two loops in order for them to read it. Okay. Now, another one that does not have past 60, does not have past 80% swipe through rate. Then we come down here, we look at the graph again or the chart, and it has the same drop off at the beginning and then it does good all the way across. So we're debunking a whole bunch of stuff now. So hopefully this is showing you guys that shorts can be easier than we've been told. All right. And I'm going to show you how I found these niches. Okay. This is a tool you can find in the first pinned comment. It's called Viral at viral.live. You can see it's spelled differently because we do stuff different over here. Think different. Apple. No, I'm just playing. All right. So now We come over to this one right here, and it's a similar story. And this one is even more unique. As you can see, 100% of the views, 100% of the views came from hashtag pages. So this should get you guys to start wanting to use hashtags a little bit more often. All right. We got 501,000 views off of this one, 29 subscribers, and 47 bucks. As you can see, how long is this again? This is 5 seconds because it's a loopable video. Is a loopable video, and loopable videos still go viral in 2026. Don't let nobody tell you otherwise. What is the engagement like? 12 seconds on this 5 second video. And remember, this is not nothing, this is not anything super complex or anything, right? I'm not recording my voice over it. We're not using any transitions or visual effects or voiceovers or AI type stuff or anything like that. This is literally a screenshot showing you guys that topic matters. Topic, timing, and uniqueness. That is the formula. You can do that manually, or you can let viral use those three steps for virility. You can come over here and you can use viral. You can put in a niche, or you can choose a niche like this, and it will find the most viral videos, and it will give you suggestions on how to use topic, timing, and uniqueness in order to clone the success and money of these channels that are making hundreds of thousands of dollars per freaking month. As you can see, I mean, I'm gonna let you guys go ahead and look at it on your own. It's in the first pinned comment. But we come over here, guys, 12 seconds. Once again, 67 percent with the swipe rate, you know what I'm saying? And we stroll down. Let's look at the audience retention. It looks the same every single time. This one is a little bit less of a drop off, but I mean, it still had a drop off and it still did good. This one is about his brother, Logan Paul. So, it didn't do as well as Jake Paul's because Logan Paul wasn't trending as much as Jake at the time, but it still did pretty damn good. I would say it did pretty damn good. And as you can see, we get the highest of the high of the RPMs as far as YouTube Shorts go. Look at this down here. All right, revenue per thousand engaged views, 31 cents. That is unheard of for a lot of you guys still struggling with the 12 cent, or even worse, like 7 cent per thousand views on shorts, right? This is 31 cents. That's pretty much the highest of the highs so far. YouTube, I believe, is going to go up. Okay, so now, last but not least, this one right here is 3.9 million dollars. Now, million views. It made 277 ducats. Got 575 subscribers from that. And as you can see right here, I don't know what happens. Sometimes when you upload a YouTube video, it'll add an extra second to it. So, but I stopped the recording at 5 seconds. So this one is technically, once uploaded, YouTube added that second, so it made it a 6 second short. But whatever, the same thing applies. And as you can see, it actually got more views than the 5 second ones. But I want to show you once again over here, besides the YouTube Shorts feed that gave it 90% of its views, the hashtag pages did as well. So, guys, hashtags are back. I don't even know if they ever left, but you should definitely start back using hashtags and make sure they're relatable hashtags. Even if you know how that count happens when you start typing in a hashtag and it'll say 14,000 or 115,000 or something. A lot of the times we don't want to use those hashtags because it looks like it's low, like it's not a lot of people that use the hashtags. But guess what? I believe that's one of the reasons why I'm actually ranking for a lot of this. I think I'm ranking hashtags. I remember when they first came out, people were talking about them similar to keywords like SEO. So if a person searches hashtag John Claude Van Damme or hashtag Jake Paul, you would rank for those hashtags if you're using those hashtags. So I believe it still works the same way. So since Van Damme was trending, but people weren't used to using him as a hashtag, it showed me as a hashtag for all of these. So start back using hashtags, man. So let's come over here to the engagement real quick. All right, so look at this. This is unheard of. And look, I need you guys to pay attention to why this is working. It got 6,000 watch hours. 21 seconds is the average view duration. 21 seconds. Okay. Now check this out. Look at all of the writing on here. People are going to have to read that. That's going to take them a second to read all of that. That's why the average view duration is up there. So what is the method? It's a screenshot and it has a lot of writing on it. But people aren't going to read something they're not really interested in. That's why it has two authorities in the screenshot that'll make people wonder, like, what does this have to do with anything? Why are they in the same photo together? But then the thought comes up, oh snap. Jake Paul always calling out these older legends and stuff. Is he really trying to fight Van Damme? And that's literally what was going on. But you had to click to read about that, right? So now look at the swipe away rate or how many people stayed to watch. 70%. That's cool. That's good. That's right. But it's still not 80%. This one is a lot better though. Still had a slight fall off, but it's perfect, right? It's perfect. It got 3.9 million views, guys, and a crazy amount of subscribers for a screenshot short. You know what I'm saying? A screenshot short. The name of the channel is AJU Battles if you guys want to check these out. But what I want you guys to understand, these were all experimental. I was just checking on the niche selection feature of viral, and it worked. It worked. So when you find a niche, you come over to viral in the first pinned comment, you can type in, I mean, you can select gaming, you can select whatever niche that you're in. Whatever you want to do, it'll show you what's been trending from the last 6 months all the way up to today, right? And you can literally take the channel ID and you can clone the channel, and it'll give you the top 5 most viral videos on their channel most recently. It'll rewrite the script for you in a way that you won't get copyright or plagiarism. It'll rewrite the title for you in a way that it'll rank for the same thing, super similar, and it'll redo the thumbnail as well for you. Now, it's only $9 to clone channels that are making 100K plus. I would strongly suggest you get your ducats in order, go to the first pin comments, and we'll see you in the winner circle of the viral.